on. Let's see if you work. Okay, yes, it is working. Perfect. Okay, so we've got our streaming up, and we should be able to record here. See if we can get a couple things going here from a standpoint of Microsoft Build and things that have been announced at Microsoft today. We've got the new ability to play around with some new apps here. Well, let's see if we can get a different app running. See if Windows likes my, seem like it likes my different device here. Well, let's see if we can get a different window running here. Window. Maybe I gotta open the, there we go. So we got an Edge tab open here. Should be able to squeeze it a little bit. And look for build, Book of News 2026. See if anything's been released there. Looks like we've got lots of news coming out of Build so far. OpenClaw's founder. Security upgrade. And Windows is the best place to run agents. So at least on my workstation, I know I'm running a insider build. So let's see if we can share that detail here. See if we can get the settings dialog box open here. Might actually just be easier to share my screen here. So here you can see that I'm running an insider build in the lower right. So my insider build information is here in the lower right. And if I zoom out here, we can go into my settings and take a look at my insiders information. Take a look at my audio processing driver. Hopefully that won't drop my audio here within Teams, but we can look at my insider program. I'm in the beta, and I can take a look at if I've got any builds for insiders program. And then I can also look at my taskbar settings and see if any of my taskbar settings now allow me to switch the locations. Doesn't look like I do have any options there just yet. So here comes an inside preview quality build to my workstation. that should help me with, potentially taking a look at some of those things. But you can see in the Insider program, I have experimental or beta as choices. And then on this particular workstation, if I take a look at OS build information, we can see that I'm running Insider Pro 25H2, and it was installed in February of this year. But the workstation itself, let me see if I can, domain or workgroup should get me there. I can show you here that I am running under advanced, I believe it is, startup and recovery. I've got this system dual boot. So I display the list of Windows 10 or 11 for 7 seconds, and I could actually set up this computer to be triple boot. So I could do like a Windows Insiders build, a typical Windows 11 build, and a Windows 10 build. And the main reason that I have this dual boot between Windows 10 and 11 at this point is because when I'm using a vertical display, it becomes much more easy for the long edge of my screen to be here versus at the bottom of the screen. So that's the main reason that I use the dual boot configuration, is that when I have this amount of apps, it doesn't really matter which side the taskbar is on, but when I get into having several applications open, so if I open PowerPoint and I've got Excel running and I've got Word running, those are taking up 3 more spaces on my taskbar. And then probably this or more windows open require that I have either a wider taskbar, which you could do in Windows 10 as well. So I could have 2 levels of different application icons, or I could do small icons, and Windows 11 allows me to do a lot of that. So if I have WinVer open, which is yet another dialog box, if I have the Run dialog box open, you'll notice that all my icons start getting squeezed pretty heavily. And that's even without some of the applications that are there by default, like the Windows Store icon. And that's one reason that I like to have the option of having my taskbar on the leftmost side, is for portrait-oriented monitors. That's usually what my secondary monitor is set up as. So what's been your favorite release or announcement at Build so far? One of my favorites was the new Windows Dev Box. Let's see if we can find the announcement. Surface RTX Spark Dev Box. Let's see if we got the sound here to share. Doesn't look like it's letting me share sound. Let's see if we can do this with sound.
What do you think about me? Think about me. Think about me. What do you think about me? Everything's in bloom.
Microsoft.com/devbox is our location for more information. Of box. So we get more out of this. Power that keeps it cool. And ports on the back. So we have HDMI, we have USB-A, Ethernet and plenty of USB-C, as well as a headphone jack. And it's got chip to cloud technologies, as well as the ability to run many of the AI models locally. So it's going to come out this fall. That was one of the things I was most excited about. Okay, folks, stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to stop streaming live to YouTube here. See if I can reconfigure my system correctly here. For that, there we go. In stream.